Another video for you people. Firstly, I just want to state that the reason why I've not been answering any comments for the last 5 days since I put my last video out, you will have noticed that it's made its way up to 54,000. Well, because of that, I decided to just leave the channel alone completely. In the past, when I've touched it, even gone in the comment section, it's kind of ruined it, slowed it down or something, yeah, so I decided to leave it almost a week before I put another one out, and we'll see where it goes. Also, it's been very, very hot where I am in England. In fact, yesterday it made its way up to 34 degrees. Today it's been about 27, and for an Englishman that is extremely hot. I decided to make a video on kind of following on the Seraph videos, which didn't do well, but I did have some images left in my album, and also a video as well, which I will play towards the end. I'll just speak on a few things that's within this editing section here. It's the holes that's in the ground that archaeologists call tombs, and indeed obviously some of them could be tombs. Well, no doubt some of them are indeed tombs, but not all of them, that's for sure. Now, these ones that I'm showing here do indeed look like they've been dug out as tombs, although I do want you to notice how when you look at it, it seems to be clay-like. It's surrounded by sand. Now, because if you were to go and see that today and try and dig yourself a grave out of an adjoining lot, you would have to smash your way through that. Now, personally, I do not believe that you would find an area just because it's close to your town. Rather than digging your way through soft soil, you would find a plot of land that's almost rock solid, and decide to use that for all your burials and smash your way through, right? So what are we looking at here? Indeed, some of these, like the one I'm showing here, do indeed look like tombs. So has this hardened since? Yeah, was it clay-like? Did it get covered over in the flood? Right, and it's since solidified into what we're seeing, because some of them, like I showed in the Seraph video, do indeed appear to be the lower floorings, right, of buildings or a large building to what you would lay floorboards onto, okay? Because if that site wasn't, then this Phoenician site most certainly was the remains of what used to be a building, and you can see how it, even now it's completely level, and also you can see the lime and the sand which is solidified, eroded out of the thing, yeah, but you can see that this was in fact a building, so just how much is still buried is anyone's guess. This is a small image of the site I'm showing you now, and again this is the same, so they've excavated this area out and you see how it's perfectly level, because I do think that this was the lower floor of some building, alright? Maybe the walls were just only wood, or what they excavated out of it, yeah, is the collapsed mud walls. They just fall in on themselves, and it's not so much a flood that destroyed, well, covered these areas, it's just the erosion, you know, what the buildings were made out of, maybe. This site might be more in line with the Seraph video that I put out, where the entire area, even I admitted that it might have actually been to do with the preservation of water in dry areas. You can see that it looks like that they placed some type of lid around these square holes on this one. There are some strange markings around it, but I think that's what we might be looking at here rather than just graves. But when you do look at this stuff, you've also got to keep in mind the obvious that I always mention, that, you know, you can't just go to a site and dig into rock without coming across any flaws and expect it just to stay up and not kill you from falling on your head, right? So if you were to dig into the ground, 98 times out of 100 it would look like this. It would just be all cracks and just rocks all over the place, right? That's what you're walking on. You're not just walking on perfectly formed stone, all right? Anyway, I'll leave you with this video and I'll get you back to you tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you, everybody.